You know, I'd like to thank everyone for the opportunity, especially Liam. You know, we could have picked a lot of other fighters, but you know, I'm thankful that we get to get it on in a Northwest derby. You know, thanks to Frank for getting the opportunity. And, you know, it's a great fight. It's going to be there's a lot of angles to it. You know, I mean, like United and Liverpool and stuff like that. And I just think it's going to be could steal the show, this fight. You know, Liam comes forward as a very good fighter. You know, I've never put him down. I've always said, you know, that he's a good fighter. I've got a lot of respect for him. You know, even after his last fight when he won his world title, he come in the change rooms and gave us a hug and wished us luck. So, you know, there's a lot of respect there. But, you know, I believe on the night I'm a better amateur. You know, as a pro, I've slipped under the radar and people don't really know much about us. But everything that I've been put against, I've done well. I've won and I've come through with flying colours. You know, I've got the experience to work hard. I live clean, and this is the opportunity I've been waiting for. And I'm going to grab it with both hands. I'm going to take the title. When that title comes to Manchester on the 19th of December, it's not going back to Liverpool, it's staying in Manchester.
Jimmy?
You know, to give Jimmy the opportunity, and I do believe Jimmy's got the ability, you know, to win the fight. I know Liam's shaking his head like what I do, you know, that's why we accepted the fight when it was put to us, and obviously, like I said, Liam's at that level, it's up to Jimmy to raise his game, but Ainsley, Jimmy and myself are confident that he'll be able to do that.
You're not. Them two might be. I know you're not. You're not. You took this because it's been given to you, like been offered to you. But I know you know he's not going to win this fight. Them two might. You don't.
No, I do think he'll win. Liam.
You don't. You don't. I know for a fact you don't.
I think he will, mate. Just be prepared for him.
You always am. Yeah, just I'm happy to be defending my title again. I said I chose to defend it before Christmas. I could have had the Christmas off, but I chose to defend it. And I'm happy with what it is. It's well too soon for Jimmy Kelly, and I'll prove it December 19th. And you know, like Endley come up short because we're in his time. This is not Jimmy's time. No way in the world. And I know for a fact that Lee Beard doesn't think that.
Liam, why do you think the fight's too soon for Jimmy?
Because what's he done to deserve it? What's he done to be given a shot? He's never won a meaningful title in my eyes. He won a couple of youth titles, and what's he done to get it? I won a British title over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. You know, if there's a Liam, he should be shouting out. It was Liam Williams. You know, we should be fighting Liam Williams on this bill for the British title, Commonwealth title. That that would have been a good fight, probably a better chance for him. But I'm going to show it was too soon for him, and it's going to cost him his British titles, because once he loses to me, he's not going to get nominated for his British title. He's going to have to wait.
You know, I just feel like, you know, when you say like your world level, I'm not ready. If it's an Andrade or a Canelo, you know, I'd feel like I'm out of my depth. But you know, in my eyes, you know, I've not really fought a great level of opposition. You know, John Thompson was a gift. You know, I thought
you're going to be a gift. You're going to make wages for Christmas. You're going to be a gift. You're a gift.
Cheers, yeah.
You're just wages for Christmas.
You know,
So as you, I had wages for Christmas. I chose to fight. I could have not fought, couldn't I, and waited. But I chose to fight, and good, you're just wages for Christmas.
it is what it is, and we'll just see on the 19th.
I know we will. What are you going to do later on when you were gone your last fight again? You were gone, weren't you, towards the end of your last one? You forget that?
What?
Was you there towards the end of your last fight?
No.
No?
No, not at all.
You haven't got the balls to say, yeah, I was there, so what? You can't even admit, yeah, I was there. The whole of the arena scene, you were gone towards the end, you struggled towards the end.
No.
You haven't got the balls to say, yeah, I was there, but you know, I got through it.
No, I wasn't there at all. You know.
You're gonna go.
It was a tough fight. I mean, the kid was there, but I won every round.
Was there. I'm gonna stop you late.
I'm gonna stop you late.
On what evidence?
Put a wager on it, boy.
On what evidence?
Put a wager on it.